2, 1, action. Okay, welcome on to Black Column Podcast. We are back again. Another Monday discussion. I am Jabaya, aka the Crew Philosopher.
And I'm Shannon. I still don't have a nickname yet, but here I am.
Yeah, she didn't like Shannon, the feminist, so that's out. No. But we're thinking of something here. We're thinking of something. I don't know. Shannon the Grifter.
What? Why?
Okay. I don't know. We're still working on it. But thank you once again for joining us again. So Shannon made me do something that I definitely don't advise. We just did a previous recording.
Yes.
And I would now have been talking for 2 hours straight. Which coming from church, by the way. So I went to church today. And what happened? Go ahead.
I was going to say, I was very surprised you told me you were going to church because all the time you talk about how you don't go outside and put yourself at risk. So I was very surprised that you went to church. Okay.
So here's the thing. I'm already counting down my days to see when would I get sick and die.
Oh my God. How many people were there?
I mean, so here's the thing. Like 15.
Okay.
Like this. He don't play. So everyone had on masks.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely was not anywhere near like our regular capacity. Plus where I am specifically on the organ, there's really only one guy to my left. He's a pianist. He's old. His name's Lonnie. Which I mean, I doubt he would have this thing. He's in the dangerous group. He'd be out.
So you weren't even sitting in the crowd. You were playing the organ the entire time? You're fine.
No, yeah, but still, I don't like being around people. But here's the thing. I get paranoid. So look, nothing I can do now. We'll know within the next.
Jabaya, I'm sure that you are fine. You were playing the organ. You were like separated from people a little bit. Everyone had a mask on. I think you're okay.
I mean, think doesn't help me, Shannon, but thank you.
I'm pretty sure you're okay. I'm like 96% sure that you're okay.
Wow, that's 4%. Do a lot of damage.
But that literally means nothing. That 4% means nothing.
True. But anyway, so I went to church today, and look, now other than me being nervous about, catching this thing, I enjoyed it. It's been a long time since I played the organ, and I felt it because, I got into my groove more as the service went on. I haven't played an organ, Shannon, since March.
Wow.
So it's been like, it's been a long, long time, but I enjoy being back where I belong. And so here I come to do the show with Shannon, and we just did a show previously that I really enjoyed. It's very rare that I get to talk about that side of myself.
But can you plug it, please? Because I plugged our.
Oh yeah, that's what that's what I wanted to do. So Shannon calls me out on her podcast, Blerds and Nerds, for no reason.
Yes, I have another podcast, guys.
Shannon has another podcast called Blerds and Nerds, which, by the way, she called me out for not plugging her show when I don't understand why Shannon never plugged her show on here. I was thinking for weeks, like, I wonder why Shannon never plugs her podcast.
I don't know because I felt weird.
I said if she ain't gonna do it. I said if she ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna do it.
But anyway, I have another show called the Blerds and Nerds podcast. So if you are a nerd, if you're into like nerdy things, if you're a gamer, if you watch anime or do any of that stuff, then you can head on over to that podcast and listen to that too. Jabaya was just on this week's episode. It'll be out tomorrow. Yes. So if you enjoy us here and you want to listen to us talk about like some less serious and fun topics, you should listen to that episode.
I enjoyed it a lot because, like I said, I don't really get to talk about that side of myself. I realized other than you, I don't have too many, nerdy friends.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so it was just fun geeking out like that. Shannon hasn't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, by the way. I'm going to tell everyone that until I die. Shannon hasn't
first
seen...
of all, you can say it on this platform because who knows if a lot of listeners even know what you're talking about. But
I'm going to say it in an Instagram video. I'm going to say it in... I'm telling everybody. Shannon hasn't seen...
you're just going to call me out. That's fine.
Yu Yu Hakusho. But she's seen Sailor Moon countless times.
Okay. Yeah, because that shows more my speed, I think.
You hustling backwards, Shannon.
What?
You hustling backwards.
All right, I'll watch Yu Yu Hakusho, or I'll watch the first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, and then if I like it, I will watch the rest of it.
There's no way you're not going to like it.
Okay.
It's impossible. If you don't like this show, Shannon, it's going to be a real strain on our friendship. I want you to know this now. It's going to be a real strain on our friendship because then I have to question everything about you. And I don't want to do that.
So we're friends now through all of our extreme opposite beliefs of life stuff, but like our friendship will be strained if I don't like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Everything else I can look past.
Okay.
The Yu Yu Hakusho thing, you would look like a totally different woman. I'll just be like, I don't know this girl.
Okay.
But I have fun. So like Shannon said, go and check out the Blerds and Nerds podcast. Really enjoy it. Kind of upset that my first time there, wasn't with the crew. The crew that I grew accustomed to listening to. I don't know these people's names, but
I mean, that crew is not even existed anymore. It's just me and one other person. But it's fine. But you can come back when they're all here too, and then we can like have a real episode. I mean, it was a real episode, but we could like do another one.
Wow, she doesn't even consider my episode a real episode. Anyway,
it's a real episode. Jabaya, you're welcome on my show anytime.
I know. Great. So we are here today to talk about should you tip your delivery driver, which I'm very passionate about this.
Okay. Is this just delivery drivers, or is this delivery drivers and also waiters, waitresses?
Okay, so you're asking, do we want to differentiate delivery drivers from a general conversation about tipping? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We can if you want to.
Okay.
Though I think my philosophy.
I was gonna say, like, should we just talk about tipping as a whole, other than just delivery drivers?
So you want to discuss tipping as a whole? Uh-oh. Here goes Shannon.
Hello?
Shannon.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Shannon.
Okay, because you were frozen for a second, and I don't know, maybe it's just Zoom that's just being stupid. I don't know.
I don't understand. We were fine on StreamYard. I'm telling you, it only happened when I Zoom with Shannon. Nothing else brings this on except Zooming with Shannon. But I was saying we can separate the two because my feelings differ. No, my feelings are the exact same.
Okay.
I'm sure they're different for you. So this conversation was inspired by an article that I saw in the BBC News. Right? I gotta stop watching porn. Now.
What? Okay.
Because whenever I see BBC, I just anyway, that's all I said. So the article was written by Laura Jones, and it says, should you tip the takeaway delivery driver? I don't know why over there they add the word takeaway, but whatever. And the story is basically about this guy named Jonathan Clark, who he says that the pandemic caused his job to go away. He was a classical musician. And so he went to a food delivery app. And so he says since he liked riding a bike, it was a natural thing to do. And so he talks about delivering food to people and rarely getting any tips. Now, he's not saying that, I should get tips. People are being cheap. He takes the approach that he understands it's a pandemic. People are, money's tight right now. But the article inspired a conversation regarding should we be tipping these people, our delivery drivers. My feeling on tipping in general, I hate tipping. Not because I don't think the people deserve it. Mm-hmm. I hate this obligation where I am expected to pay this woman more than her own employer.
Yes. I hate tipping too. I don't think anyone likes to tip, but I just think that it is necessary to do because their employers are not paying them enough, and like they definitely absolutely should be, but they're not. So I feel like you have to do it because where else are they going to get the money from?
No, so let's change the structure. Like, why don't we continue? If everyone hates this thing, which I think most people hate tipping. I think most waiters, depending on where they work, hate tipping as well. Like you get into this weird thing with waiters and waitresses where if they work in certain places, they love tipping because they work in high-end places. So you might get like a $50, $60 tip per table. And you can rack up, a good amount of money. So I get it.
It also depends on the restaurant as well, because some restaurants require you to split tips. So like even if you get $100 tip from one table, you have to kind of like put that in a jar and split it with everyone else, and rather than just keep.
How is that legal?
I don't know, but it's a thing that restaurants do. So not all of them, some of them.
That is no. No, it's my tip.
I know. I mean, that's how I feel about it too. It's crazy, but some restaurants do that.
Yeah, that's a no-go for me. With the delivery driver, though, they definitely should not be getting tipped. They need the employees to pay them the most, because you can't possibly make up that much money doing Uber deliveries and tips. So if you're a waiter or waitress, Shannon, there's a confined space, a bunch of customers, and so you might not get a great tipping night, but your chances of getting a great tipping night is significantly higher than the Uber driver who has to drive around town to different places. Mm-hmm. It's hard to accumulate any tips, especially when I'm pretty sure they're responsible for like putting gas in their own car.
Yeah, they are.
So some of that money instinctively, depending on how far they're driving out, they have to pay to fuel their car. They have to pay to put gas in their car. They feed themselves. So they are already making less money than whatever Uber is paying them, because Uber is not paying for their vehicle.
Yep.
And so any money you tip them, maybe half of it within 2-3 days is going to go back up to gas and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so they can't make the money that waitresses and waiters make.
Yeah. I agree. But I agree. And they should be getting paid more. Absolutely. But I don't understand why these corporations are not paying them, because it's not like they don't have the money. They definitely do have the money to pay their delivery drivers like a fair salary or hourly wage. So I don't understand why they're not. But because they're not, you gotta show them some love. You gotta tip them while they're braving the elements to bring you your food.
Braving the elements. Oh my God. You do.
So I want to tell a story. Wait, can I tell a story?
Go ahead.
Can I tell a story? So I briefly delivered for Seamless for a day. On my
Shannon's so bougie. Go ahead.
I briefly delivered for Seamless for a day on my bike. I went to the city just because everything's more condensed in the city. It'll be easier to get around. And I just had a really terrible time. I had a really, really, really terrible time doing it. That's why I only did it for one day.
What was terrible about it?
Huh? Well, getting on my bike and having to ride to the restaurant that somebody needs to get food from, and then getting back on my bike and having to ride to the place that I have to deliver the food, and then I spilled somebody's milkshake in their McDonald's. Like they had a milkshake and like a burger. I spilled it, and it was just really bad. I didn't have a good time, but I appreciated the little tips that I got, because that's what made up most of the money that I made that day. So I appreciated it, but I only did it for one day. It was terrible. So kudos to everyone else that does that, because it's hard.
I know why you appreciated the tips, because you are the person getting tipped. My point is the entire system is flawed.
Well, yeah, the system is flawed, but like, what are we as little individuals supposed to do to change the system?
Pressure the companies to pay their damn employees. And I'm serious about this, especially Uber, who make an absurd amount of money. Absurd. Because they can make maximum profits without having to shell out any money for infrastructure. Because everyone who drives for Uber are licensed contractors. So they're not technically speaking employees. They're contractors. But putting it like, don't you get tired of the hidden fees when you order something from Uber Eats and you think it's going to be $15, then you go to the checkout and it ends up being like $22?
Yeah. This is why I don't order food from Uber Eats anymore. When I will try to order a $10 burger and my total at checkout was like $19. I'm like, absolutely not. I can just go to the store myself.
Well, yeah, you just being lazy. But yeah, it's
that's not me being lazy. That's me trying to save $9, because why?
No, I'm saying you should have went to the store yourself for the
beginning. Yeah,
but what? Excuse this, Shannon. Go ahead. What?
I mean, yeah, that is me being lazy. That's me not wanting to go out. Well, one, it's me not wanting to go out in a pandemic, and it's me also in the middle of a work day. Maybe I don't have time to go out to the store and get the food. I just need it to come to me.
Okay. Look, all I'm saying is I don't like these hidden fees. I don't like this pressure on me to tip somebody to do their job. Pay your employees. Now, for all of you delivery drivers out there, do I tip? Yes, but I do so begrudgingly. And I stick strictly to the 10% model. I don't believe in this new thing where now people are supposed to be getting tip 15. No, I grew up on 10. You're going to get 10 if you're lucky. And if 10 looks too high to me, you get knocked down to like 5. Things that will keep you from getting a tip, though. Listen up, Uber Eats drivers. Number 1, taking longer than what the app tells me it should take.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
I knock off a quarter.
Okay.
If you make it, so Shannon, I live in a very, do you remember where I live?
Crotona? I don't know. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say your address.
Wow.
Or like your place of residence.
Wow.
It's okay. They don't know where. It's fine.
You gotta say it was a yes or no.
Well, you can cut that part out. It's fine.
So where I live, it's if you're driving, you can easily miss it because there's a part where you have to kind of go into a like a mini cul-de-sac almost. That's what it looks like. If you pass that part, take it up for another quarter. Right? Time, I'm strict about my time. Especially when I go downstairs when it says you're 2 minutes away and I expect you to be there, you miss a turn. Now that 2 turns to 7 minutes. I'm knocking off quarters. Also, if I go up to your car and inside of the vehicle, you don't have your mask on, $1. $1. Gotta knock off $1. You've been exhaling all over the food, $1. Sorry.
And we're not exhaling on your food, Jabaya.
Shannon, they've been in an enclosed vehicle. Breathing.
I guess.
Sorry.
Can you even catch COVID from food?
I mean, not really, but it doesn't matter. It's the principle.
Okay.
Knock off $1. I'm tipping you on your performance. Now, most people are just nice and they're going to give you whatever, $1, $2 just because. Not me. I'm judging. I believe in giving people 3 stars, by the way. I believe in it. Now, I never do it right after they come from my house because I don't know how the tipping thing is. I don't know if they know who's giving what. So I always wait 10, 15 minutes. Damn, give them a 2-star for whatever reason. Have to do it. But tipping, that should come from Uber, Shannon. That should come from the corporations.
Yeah.
The American system has somehow made it seem as if tipping is a good process when it's not.
No, it's not. Most countries don't have a tipping system. So, and we should all be following that. But we're not. And I don't know why. I don't know why America prides itself on doing things differently than the rest of the world. But
because capitalism, there's an upside to tipping. Like we said earlier, if you work in certain places, high end, you can make legit.
Oh yeah, of course.
$700-800 a night. If you're working at super high impact, high earning places.
Yeah.
Tipping. Do you think it was do you think the same concept is applied to strip clubs?
No, I mean, I honestly don't know how strip clubs work. I mean, I kind of have an idea of how they work, but I don't
Shannon,
what
throws money at women.
Yes, I know, but like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
No, so I'm saying like strippers don't get paid by the club. They get paid directly.
They get paid directly through the money that they make from
the
strippers.
Consumers.
Actually have to pay to dance in clubs, so it's like paying rent. So,
well, yeah, it's my club.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, are you asking me like, is that good, or should they be getting paid by the clubs to dance?
Good,
because in turn that brings people in. If you think about it that way.
What?
Like, it brings people in. Like, the strippers being there brings people into your club. Like, if there were no strippers willing to dance at your club, then you're not going to have people in your club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's kind of a give and take relationship because if there was no club, you can't just like strip in the park.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, my point was more so the fact that the strip club industry is kind of built off of, we don't think of it that way, but it's kind of built off of the tipping model, meaning you have the worker and you have the customer, and the customer pay. I'm pretty sure you pay to get inside of a strip club, and then you also, your money on the women. And so similarly, like a restaurant, you pay for what you eat at the menu, and then you also pay the worker for his or her service. So my point is, do you think the strip club model shows you the upsides more so than, like the restaurants? Because I mean, I heard strippers can make somewhere to up to like $8,000, $9,000, $1,000, $3,000 a night.
Oh yeah, of course. That's very easy, especially when you have high profile clients, like rich people that go to strip clubs. Yeah, you can make tons and tons and tons of money in one night.
So they would not be on board for getting rid of.
No, of course not. But I don't think that would. But then if the whole tipping model goes away, I don't think that would apply to strippers, because then how would they be getting paid? That's why I was asking you, would the club then be paying them?
Well, yeah. So
no, they wouldn't be on board for that at all, because the club will in a way be paying them as much as they probably make.
What if the club? No, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you're not, some strippers make more than other strippers. It all depends on how good you are. So it would kind of help out the other strippers that maybe don't make as much if they were getting paid by the club. I don't know. It's like an up and down type of thing.
If you were a stripper, would you? Because all right. So if the club pays you, you're definitely not making anywhere near the bank you probably could make. Even though, like you said, that the people who bring them those big checks is a minority of the women that work at the actual strip club. But Shannon, do you think women will be more receptive to it for other trade-offs? For example, if the club paid you, you wouldn't make anywhere near as much as you could make if you were like a contracted employee. But what if you got like health insurance? See what I'm saying? Because they don't have that.
Yeah. No, they don't.
And so when we think about it, we think they're making all this money, but like you get sick or some like, I don't know, ailment, you paying all that out of pocket. So you're gonna run through your stripper savings account pretty quickly. Do you think they'll be open to that?
They might be if they are considering those options, but I feel like maybe a lot of people won't think about it that way right out the gate. But that is very important. So I mean, they don't make it now, so they probably are thinking about that. But I don't know. I don't know if people will be as receptive to it, because when money is involved, people just like to think of it in terms of like what's in front of them at the moment, and really not like what you could possibly have if you have to give up kind of, making this amount of money to have less money, but you'll have these additional benefits. I don't know.
Benefits are hard to convince people to sign up for. Right, even if you know that you're going to use these things, or you should use, like for example, you should be going to the doctor bare minimum twice a year, right? But people don't.
Yep.
And so it's going to be hard to convince people that, hey, yeah, you're going to make less money, but you'll be able to go to the doctor the appropriate number of times per year that you should be going, and it's not going to bankrupt you. That's hard to sell versus, hey, capitalism. You can make $5,000 a night shaking your ass. It's hard. It's hard to pass that up. It is. Do you worry?
And tax, because like aren't all strippers like they're basically off the books, right? Are they paying taxes?
That is an important question, my friend.
Because that's another thing. I don't think they are.
Once the episode, she'll make me go back to the laptop. Are strippers paying tax? I'll be shocked if they're not paying taxes.
I don't think they are.
And yeah, they do.
Oh, they do. Okay.
For the most part, strippers are considered self-employed persons.
Got it.
As such, owe both federal and state income tax on all money made while stripping. Now, I mean, do I think strippers are out there, keeping accurate accounts of all the money they make on a per night basis? No.
And that's the problem with being self-employed, is that you're not paying taxes outright, like right out of your paycheck, like most working people are. So you kind of gotta be smart about your money in that sense too, even though this has nothing to do with the topic, but still, you gotta be smart about your money.
Who you telling, Shannon? I did my taxes this year. I was like, what? I was like, what? I know all about that self-employed tax. when I play for churches and I get paid, I'm a self-employed person, so I get it. Do you think tipping is not going to be an issue anyway? Because as automation increases, most of these jobs are not going to be.
Oh, like when a robot is making my burger at Shake Shack?
That's coming, Shannon.
I know, but it's just kind of sad.
True, but I'm saying maybe the tipping thing solves itself with automation.
Yeah, but automation in general is just a bad thing, because if we don't have anything in place for all the people that'll be out of work, like a universal income, then I feel like that's not going to work.
It's not. That's why we have to do Operation Jabaya. Now, there's Operation Jabaya and there's Operation Crew Philosopher. Operation Jabaya is embrace the concept of universal basic income, right? Mm-hmm. Tax all of these tech companies, all of them. Tax all of them. Tax every transaction made on Amazon. Leave no loophole unturned. If you do business in America as a corporation, as a tech conglomerate, you getting taxed up the ass. And then we use that money, like you said, and we redistribute the wealth. I don't know, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. I don't know what. Right? That's a Dubai operation, but that's never going to happen. This country is too greedy for that to happen.
Andrew Yang wanted to do that.
And you saw what happened to him.
I know.
They got his ass off that DNC stage quick. They did. There was Tom Shannon during the trail. They would list like people running, and his name wasn't even up there.
Oh, really?
Yes, they did that at least 3 times.
Oh my God.
So that's the Jabaya operation number 1. Now, Crew Philosopher operation is cruel as hell. But given the nature of this,
do I even want to hear this?
Probably not, but it doesn't make it any less true, Shannon. You know it's true.
Okay.
You know the history of this country. Guess what the Crew Philosopher operation is going to be?
I don't know.
Based on what you just said, you said that we can't afford to have all these people with no jobs as automation comes in. So, what do you think the crew thing to do would be?
Mass purge them? Like, what? I don't understand what you're saying.
You gotta kill them.
What? That was really it? I was totally kidding. That was like,
it makes all the sense in the world. It makes all the sense in the world. You have to kill them. And
Jabaya, what are you saying right now?
No, I'm not saying I want to do that. I'm saying this is what's going to happen. You know it's true. It happens all the time. You know, countries have started wars to decrease their population. It happens all the time. You send a couple people to fight for some made-up cause. You kill 2/3 of them or 3, whatever, and problem solved. You have less people.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wait, you think this country's above that?
No, I don't. But it's just
okay.
It's just...
That's all right. That's what I'm saying. Don't be out here looking at me like I'm crazy. I think that's where we're headed because, like you said, automation is coming. Now, I disagree with you when you say automation is all bad. No,
I don't think that it's bad. I just think that it's bad if there's nothing in place to make sure that people that have these jobs continue to be able to make some form of money. That's when it's bad. But I think automation can do good if we have something in place where people are able to live.
Okay, so yeah, I agree with that point. I think to me, when we discuss automation, I'm not even sure if it's that helpful to discuss whether it's good or bad, because automation is kind of like time, where it's going to happen regardless of how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, just we progress, we get better at building things and making robots, and eventually.
Even though I think automation is bad, just because I don't really think that we should rely so heavily on technology to do these things in everyday life.
How could you say that, Shannon? Look at all of the incredible things you're doing right now because of technology.
I know, but
the white man made that microphone.
Building robots to do things, I just don't trust it. Like, come on, guys. I just feel like it's just so easy for the end of the world to come because there's a robot takeover. True,
but just look around. The end of the world scenario right now would be a disease, which is totally.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I guess I just don't want to. I don't want to have any parts of the robot war when it happens. Like, can I go somewhere else? I'm just gonna build a bunker and go there.
Where are you gonna go with? Wait. Where are you gonna go away from the robots?
Underground.
Wait. You think the robots ain't gonna figure that out?
No, I hope not. They could stay. No, they probably will find me. But
yes, Shannon will be dead in minutes. Now, here's where you should go. This is easy. If there's a robot takeover, you obviously go to an island.
I was gonna say that next. Yeah.
You go to some now. Here's what's fucked up though. The only island you can go to is a place in which they are not technologically advanced. And so, like, wow, you are such a colonizer, Shannon. You didn't even think about this.
Wait. Oh, okay. No, I need to go to an uninhabited island.
There's no such thing.
What do you mean?
If it's uninhabited, it's uninhabited for a reason.
Yeah, but like I can just go like right. Okay, so like there are two islands not too far from here, North and South Brother Island. They're both abandoned. One of them is a bird sanctuary, and the other one used to be where they used to house smallpox patients, but they don't. It's abandoned now. I'm gonna go take myself over there with the birds, and I'll live there.
That's one. Okay, I think you'll die very quickly. I do, Shannon. You can't be alone forever.
No, not forever. Just until the robot war, until they solve it. I mean, if they do, which if they don't, then that's another problem.
You don't watch Naked and Afraid?
No, I don't.
It's basically a show where they have one man and one woman get butt naked, and they have to survive in the wilderness for 28 days. People really make it because it's kind of hard surviving that long.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do what you do. I don't want to go to some remote island where there's no other humans to help me out. The conundrum, though, where I said before, you have to go to an island with people who are not technologically advanced. The downside is you kind of have to pull like a Christopher Columbus. When you go over there, they're probably going to be people who were not in touch with other humans.
Yeah.
And so you're going to spread your disease to them, and they're all going to die.
Yeah, that's true.
But you get to live.
So are you trying to say that I should just die in the robot war? I should just stay here and die?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There's nowhere to go, Shannon. Nowhere to go. Just give up. Okay. Submit to the robots. But all of these things are my way of saying we need to get rid of tipping. All right? That's my main point about this. I'm serious. The automation.
I feel like this was the main point, and we went like this, and eventually circled back around to it.
Oh yeah, we did. We went from waitresses to strippers and hoes to robots to islands, all to make my one point, which is tipping is an awful system, generally speaking. Are there exceptions? Yes, prostitutes, people who waitress at 5-star hotels, but that's not most people who get tipped. Mm-hmm. Most people that get tipped, they get tipped by other poor people who don't have extra money to tip.
Yeah.
Pay your employees. And I cannot understand how Uber and Seamless and DoorDash and all these places continuously get away with this stuff.
Yeah, they're making so much money, especially since the pandemic happened, because everyone is utilizing these services to get food delivered to them because no one wants to go out. They have tons of money and they have tons of opportunities to pay their employees. But you know what? It becomes an issue because, I mean, I guess they can regulate how many people sign up to be delivery people for them. Because, they don't really have to hire anyone. Anyone that wants to be a delivery driver for DoorDash or Uber Eats, they can just apply. They can just sign up and they can do it. Like, there's no regulation kind of like to how many employees you're having. I mean, I guess they could start to monitor that more, but...
I meant to ask you, Shannon, when you first joined, was it Seamless?
Mm-hmm.
What was the process? Like, what did they ask you to become a delivery person?
This was a couple years ago, so I don't remember the process, but I'm pretty sure all I did was sign up. I think that they did a background check. I'm not entirely sure. I think they did. I don't remember, though. But I think that was it.
Do you ever have the urge to background check yourself?
No. How do you even do that? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, don't you want to know what don't you want to know what pops up when somebody background checks you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, like, I just didn't know that was something that I could do myself.
You ever Google yourself?
Yeah. But that's not what they do when they background check you.
No, I'm sure it's more sophisticated. I'm just saying.
Oh, yes. I just Googled myself just now, and really all that comes up is my Facebook.
Nothing else? Nothing scandalous?
And my Instagram. No, nothing scandalous.
Every time. Every time we do podcast. Every time. And never fails. Shannon's the most popular person in the world. But I enjoy these moments the best.
What?
Nothing.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. Anyway, Nothing comes up when I Google myself except my Instagram and my Facebook. And an actress, apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure Shannon Talley is not. You're not the only Shannon Talley in the world.
No, I'm not. I actually know how many Shannon Tallies there are. You can figure that out, you know.
Now, there's no hi to me, by the way.
On howmanyofme.com. What? Yeah, let's Google you. What comes up?
No. I've done it. I don't like what comes up.
Let's see. What comes up?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I'm nervous.
Okay, Tobias Half Shivers, musician, organist. So your LinkedIn comes up, your Facebook. Wait, is this your phone number?
Probably.
Wait. Let me look, because I don't want to say it out loud. Let me look to see if this is your phone number. If it is, then your phone number is online.
I mean, yours is too, probably.
But mine didn't come up in the Google search like yours just did. How do I see your number? Oh, there. Oh, no, it's not. That's not your number. Okay.
It could be my house number.
Is your house number 917 number?
No, that's somebody in my house.
This is not you. It's not you. Okay. Yeah, but nothing. Oh, your Keenism podcast episodes pop up.
Good times, baby. Good times.
But that's it. That's it.
All I know is back to my original point about what happens when you sign up for Seamless. Yeah, it's crazy that there's not a robust kind of interview process, because I was thinking about this the other day. If you were like a serial killer, right? Or I don't know, some like serial rapist or something, wouldn't you become like a delivery person?
Yeah, but I think they do a background check on you.
But that's why I want to know what comes up, because what information about me could a background check get you that's not on the internet?
Well, a lot of stuff, because they run it against your social security number rather than your name, so a lot more comes up. Your criminal records will come up. Everything that's
okay.
Entered.
But what if I don't have a criminal? What if I don't have a criminal record?
Oh, but everything that your social security number is associated with will come up in a background check. So I guess they'll know everything, really.
I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. These companies, they don't pay people, and they also are never responsible if one of their contractors does some wild shit. And because they have such a low threshold for hiring people, it increases the probability that they end up hiring somebody that does some Ted Bundy stuff.
That's true.
No one talks about it, Shannon.
I entertained the idea of becoming an Uber driver, and I don't know.
I don't
think that. Yeah, I have a car.
Oh, no idea. Don't do it.
No, I'm not. No. This was a couple years ago when I was trying to find ways to make extra money. But I think they did a background check. I'm not entirely sure, but I just didn't do it because I didn't want to have to pay for a taxi license. So that's like another thing. But I think that they did a background check also. So you at least have that. That's the only way that people know if you have a criminal history. Like that's how any employer knows. So as long
I don't know. I don't know. Like the pandemic kind of made me realize how much we were wilding before the pandemic. When you think about it, no, seriously, like we're so accustomed to Uber and stuff that the concept of getting into a car with a stranger doesn't seem weird.
No,
but it's weird.
I mean, it was never weird. I mean, we were taking taxis before Uber.
It's still weird. It's still weird. Shannon. I'll make it better. Like, oh yeah, we were going into cars with strangers for 20, 30 years. Yes, it's weird. But no one else thought it was weird because it was that normalized. Now that we can't do that, Uber pool. So not only are you
car, First of all, I've never taken an Uber pool, and I never will take an Uber pool. I'm not getting into a car. Yes, like you said, it is one thing to get into a car with somebody you don't know, but like that's normal. Taxi services are normalized. Like that's fine. I don't find that weird, but it is weird for me to get into a car with somebody else that I don't know. That's no.
But it's not weird to get on a bus.
No.
See what I'm saying? So basically,
okay,
there's like a number where too little being around a small number of strangers is super weird, but being around a large number of strangers is not weird at all. It's actually better. Yeah.
Because there's much more people around. Therefore, if there were one crazy person on the bus that tries to do something crazy, at least there are a lot of people around to, I don't know, protect you maybe, or there's witnesses. But like if you're...
Do you remember that story from earlier this year about, it was during the pandemic in New York City, like the woman who was getting raped on the subway?
Oh no, I don't remember that story.
No one did anything. They was recording the guy.
Oh yeah, and then you have that problem. You have that problem also.
No one intervened.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't hear about that. Yeah. That's also a problem. Bystander syndrome is an issue. I think that's what it's called. When you just stand there and you don't help. And
Shannon made that up.
No, I didn't. I learned about that in college.
Bystander. What was it called again, Shannon?
I think it's called bystander something. I don't know if it's syndrome or if it's something else, but it's bystander something.
Bystander effect?
Yes, there you go.
Occurs when the presence of others discourage. No, that's the bystander effect or bystander apathy is a social psychological theory that states that individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when there are other people present, because they expect someone else to do something. So then they're like, I don't need to do anything because this person's going to do something. That happens around my neighborhood because I definitely be hearing, there's this couple that, they're getting heated around my neighborhood. I'm talking about loud, and there's been around 5 or 6 times where I thought, wow, he might punch this girl in the face, but I never had the urge to, do anything.
Yeah. Well, because you think someone else will. Well, those are also kind of tricky situations, trying to intervene in like a domestic violence situation.
Yeah, but it wasn't because I was worried about my own safety. It's because somebody else will do it.
Oh, well, see, you're one of those people.
If everyone thinks somebody else is going to do it, then no one does anything.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what that is. All this to say, what was the point that we were making about?
I don't remember.
We're kind of going like this. Don't even say this episode is about tipping. Just say that this is.
I don't know. It's me and Shannon talking about stuff. You know what the problem is with these Mondays episodes is finally click talking to you right now. The problem with these Mondays episodes is I'm not sure I care enough about one thing for an hour.
Yeah, but the thing is, in our past episodes, I feel like we've kind of stuck to the topic. Like when we talked about therapy, we stuck to therapy for the whole hour. But this is truly a topic. Maybe it's just because we can't really talk about this for a whole hour. I think that you can call this episode a ramble. Social ramble.
Even the therapy thing, did we didn't talk about therapy the entire hour.
I think we did. We definitely didn't stray this off topic because we're like very off topic right now.
We are. And look, I can't help it. I stopped caring about this around 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I did. Because really, Shannon, all I wanted to say was, I don't really think we should be out here tipping people. They should kind of get paid by the people who employ them.
Yes, they should get paid by their employers, but the employers are not paying them. So while they're not being paid by their employers, we should tip them while also pressuring these companies to pay their employees.
That is a ridiculous notion. That's like people who believe that we should help drug addicts.
Okay. So you're saying that by not tipping people, then that will urge the employers to then pay their employees more.
Because the employees will then have to go to the employer and say, "Hey, man,
yeah,
I need money."
Okay, but that requires like mass coordination. Because if I'm just one person not tipping somebody, then I just feel bad that I'm not tipping this person who deserves a tip. How do I know that other people also aren't tipping that?
You don't. I'm trying to get
then you see that, but then I just feel bad about messing with people's livelihoods,
Shannon, all of our livelihoods are getting messed with on a daily basis.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about specifically for waitresses, delivery drivers, these people whose income mostly comes from their tips right now. What?
Strip.
I feel like that shouldn't be. Not everyone is comfortable doing that, Shavaya.
Get comfortable. There's too many opportunities out here for y'all. See, Shannon's assuming I'm talking about women. Men,
no, look, I'm not. I'm not assuming you're talking just about women. I'm saying that I don't think that
fellas,
is okay.
You can make a lot of bank being a male stripper. I'm just saying. Now it's more work for y'all, but you can do it. So if you're tired of working that job at Red Lobster, getting those small tips, go in the mirror. Put on some Pretty Ricky, roll your hips a little bit, get in shape, and do your thing. But
you don't even have to strip. You can make an OnlyFans and market yourself, and you can make as much money.
Now, as a man.
You think? I feel like there are a lot of
No one wants to see Not doing solo content.
No, I think so. I think that the market is high for that amongst gay men. I think so.
Oh, nah. Hold on. Generally speaking, let the record show Shannon brought this up. Now, generally speaking, I think men like seeing an entire action sequence, right? I don't think men really get off on solo content like that, gay or straight.
You would have to ask somebody, because I honestly don't know. I mean, as a female, I guess as a female, I feel like maybe I wouldn't want to. You're right.
Question:
I don't know.
Why did you say as a female and not as a woman?
I don't know. I literally just said as a female. I didn't think anything of it. There was no reason I didn't say woman.
All right, continue. My bad.
You see, you're trying to dig me a hole. You're trying to dig me in a hole here and get me in trouble. No.
I'm just asking.
I know that people don't like that word, but I didn't mean anything by saying it.
I mean, you are female. I'm just saying.
Okay. Anyway,
I didn't hear your point.
How much more time do we have to fill? Tell me. How long have we been talking?
We got like 15 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what was I saying?
Wait, time out. This is way more fun to me than the other shows we was doing. This is my element here. I'm having way more fun tonight than I had for like the past 4 weeks. This
Why? Because you're throwing me under the bus?
No, because we get to talk about whatever.
Yeah.
This is fun for me.
So no, it's fun. It's fun to talk about things. Just call this like a random episode, a ramble. You know, a ramble where we just talk about things that are going on.
Shooting the breeze, episode 1.
That are bothering us. Yeah.
But the OnlyFans thing is, to me, look, you were saying as a woman something about you didn't finish your point.
I was just saying, let's giving the woman's perspective, like me.
Okay.
I don't know if I would be interested in solo content from a man. I don't know.
I mean, women.
I was kind of agreeing with you.
Women have extremely lower levels of watching like regular porn compared to men. Mm-hmm. I think something like 80-something% of men admit to watching pornography. Most sex researchers think it's probably somewhere like 90-95% of men watch pornography today. Mm-hmm. That is not the number for women. In fact, second time today, Shannon made me go to the laptop. What percentage of women watch pornography? Oh wow, this is. Oh, hold on. Now, the website is called fightthenewdrug.org. So,
okay,
but it was from It's from February 20th, 2020. Survey finds more than 1 in 3 women watch porn at least once a week.
Oh, okay.
Which is still nowhere near the levels. I mean, men watch porn at least like every other day.
Yeah.
Or every day. So, yeah, I don't think women, to your point, I don't think women are really out there craving for solo content from men. And if they do, it's probably like the super, super athletic build guy who has like a great looking penis. Like you can't just be like a regular guy making solo content, but you could be a regular guy making regular porn. I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I agree.
Yeah. So no, Shannon, dudes cannot just start an OnlyFans. Now, all you ladies out there, there's no excuse. I don't want to hear a word from you. A word.
Yeah, but what if people don't want to?
Shannon, you brought up OnlyFans. I said strip. You went straight to degradation. I didn't do that. That was you.
I'm talking about stripping and OnlyFans. What if people don't want to do that?
Shannon, life is not about what you want to do. Bills have to get paid. Wait, Shannon, I'm serious. Bills got to. You think people like working at McDonald's? You think people wake up and say, my dream is like work at Mickey D's? No. bills have to get paid, and so they do
Yeah,
McDonald's.
but like sex work is a completely different type of industry, and like not everyone has a mindset to be in that type of work. You can't just be forcing that on people.
I'm not forcing it. I'm saying if you are someone who works a job where you get tipped, but your tips are super small, and you want to go into another tip-like industry, stripping seems to be a good start. You brought up just sell your soul and do an OnlyFans. That was Shannon's suggestion.
I feel like you're better off. So I feel like stripping, that's kind of an extreme. I feel like a good middle ground is maybe being an escort, because you can like set your boundaries there. Like, we're just gonna go to dinner. We don't have to do anything else. That kind of thing.
That is a very naive take on escorting, Shannon.
What do you mean?
That is not how escorting is the legitimate way to get into prostitution. If you truly
but you don't have to. You don't have to have sex though.
Well, I'm gonna leave this here. If you truly believe, Shannon, that these people getting bought by men, you're right.
Actually, cut this out. Now that I think about it, it's kind of bad.
Shannon is so it's very cute how pure Shannon mind is.
No. Cut that out. You're right. You're very right. That's not how the world works. Okay, never mind.
Oh my gosh, Shannon. I can't believe you said that. Oh, you can be an escort. It's the middle ground. No, that's the ultimate ground. That is you actually selling your body for money.
There are a lot of things you can do. Okay, I guess stripping is probably the easiest thing.
You're right. Not a lot,
but I'm still not. That shouldn't be an end all solution for everyone's problems though.
But it's fast money. I mean, I think you can make a good. I think you can make like $3,000 a week.
You can probably make depending on how good you are. You could probably make that in one day.
I'm talking about you. I think you can make $3,000 a week.
Oh, gee, thank you. I feel like that's not a lot. I feel like that's not a lot at all.
No, it's like a. I'm just saying now, but it's probably more than you make now.
Yes.
Per week.
Yes, it is.
I said 3 stacks per week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
per week.
Yeah. It's more than you make, and it's not taxed yet. So you could change your life in like 6 months if you had that type of money.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
Fast life.
Okay, so I mean, I lost my train of thought, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. So that's cool.
No, neither do I think you should.
Sorry.
No, you're okay. My bad. Oh yeah, I'm not saying that you should. I don't think that is where your talents will be appreciated. So we have 7 minutes left, Shannon. What else? But I want for the audience. This is my type of episode. I'm in my element, baby. Go ahead, Shannon.
So do you have anything else then? Because I kind of like I don't. After you just told me that I'm only worth $3,000 a week as a stripper.
You're offended by that statement?
I feel like I can make a lot more than that.
I didn't want to go too high because then I thought you would be offended by me saying that you would be a great stripper.
Oh,
3,000 is like
no. I feel like 3,000 a week if you're stripping every day is kind of low, but whatever. I don't know.
You don't seem like you have the work ethic to strip every day.
I don't. You're right. But that's just what I was assuming. Not every day, like for 5 days a week. I meant not 7. But
if you did 5, you could make.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else.
13. Nah, that's too high.
Okay.
Yo, Shannon's funny. Shannon's funny. You're a funny person, Shannon. You're a funny person. Okay. It was a great show for me. I would like to thank Shannon for indulging my foolishness. Yeah, this shooting the breeze, baby. I love it. Freestyle. Now I'm sure.
Well, I'm glad you had fun, Jabaya.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure Shannon will come up with some important thing for us to discuss next Monday. So I'll leave her. Yeah, she's the responsible one. Me, I'm in it for a good time. Any last words, Shannon?
Nope. I'm all good.
As usual, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram. All our information on the show notes. Subscribe, rate, and review the podcast on multiple platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Google. Yeah, we will see you guys on Friday.
Yes.
Not sure what we'll be talking about on Friday. It seemed like kind of slow news, right?
Well, it's too early to say because the week hasn't even started yet. But
yeah, you're right. So we'll see you guys on Friday. Who knows? There's definitely gonna be more Corona news because you guys just refuse to stay home. But see you on Friday. Until next time, guys. Deuces.
Bye, guys.